Right, welcome ladies and gents. So there's going to be two new Lord of the Rings movies. This is the same canon as the Peter Jackson films. I say the same canon, but you know what I mean. It's that same universe that he had established. There was some rumours going around that The Hunt for Gollum would be two films, mainly because this individual, Sir Ian McKellen, stated it. He basically was the progenitor of that misinformation. I hate that word, but you know, you're going to use those words. I think it's quite comical to flip it on its head. But that's not the case, actually. So this is an exclusive with the Empire Online, and it says The Hunt for Gollum won't be two films, but a second Lord of the Rings film is incoming. Philippa Boyens, the writer, confirms. So this is an exclusive to Empire Online. So let's take a look. Hit subscribe if you're new here. Step to date on the world of pop culture, movie news and movie reviews. Right. So earlier this year came a seismic news from Middle-earth. More Lord of the Rings films are on the way from Warner Brothers, with Peter Jackson and his team producing, and not just producing, like actively involved. So it did sound quite positive, genuinely. And there was going to be familiar faces expected to return in front of the camera too. So it was trying to really recapture that vibe that the Peter Jackson trilogy had, which I commend them for. And then it says, quickly came the reveal that one such upcoming project is titled The Hunt for Gollum, set shortly before the main events of the Fellowship of the Ring, and set to be directed by none other than Gollum himself, Andy Serkis. From there, all kinds of rumours and reports have spread, including the notion that The Hunt for Gollum will be split into two films, which actually originated from an interview with Gandalf actor Sir Ian McKellen. So, I mean, yeah, he got that wrong, obviously. And it says this, but as Lord of the Rings screenwriter Philippa Boyens tells Empire, things have got a little lost in translation. So she says, and quote, I can tell you, definitely it isn't two films. That was a genuine misunderstanding that happened, because we've begun to work conceptually on two different live action films. The first being The Hunt for Gollum, the second one still to be confirmed. Even in just one film, Boyens promises a gripping tale to be told in Serkis's feature. And said, quote, it's quite an intense story, which falls after the birthday party of Bilbo and before the mines of Moria, she explains. It's a specific chunk of incredible untold story told through the perspective of this incredible creature, which will be interesting, I think. You know, it is an interesting concept. Whether they stick the landing or not is whether it's going to be good, obviously. But then there was this, and this is quite revealing anyway. As for why McKellen might have thought The Hunt for Gollum would be a two-parter, there's a good reason for that. We're playing around with a number of ideas, but most of those ideas do include Gandalf, Boyens explains. So Gandalf would potentially return for two live-action films. Okay. And then it says, plus if anime feature The War of the Rohirrim, on which Boyens is writer-producer, proves to be a success this December, there could be more animated Middle-earth stories too. So they're really trying to mine this IP. And she says, quote, we have an absolute banger of a second film that would just be incredible as an anime. But let's see if there's an appetite for it. Who's ready to go back there again? Yeah, I don't know. So, well, a few things, right? Funny that, Sir Ian McKellen's basically spreading misinformation. That is comical as hell, and that's why you shouldn't have those kind of laws in place that they're trying to bring him in, into power, because it's just nonsense. People make mistakes. That was clearly an honest mistake from Sir Ian McKellen's part, but people took it seriously, and there was loads of reports based around it. I mean, The Hunt for Gollum itself. She says it's quite an intense story, which falls after the birthday party of Bilbo and before the mines of Moria. Yeah, I mean, being told through the perspective of Gollum, I don't know. Some of those things can fall really flat, actually. Those sort of point of view movies, not that kind. Get your head out the gutter. Can fall quite flat, actually. So I hope they do it justice. I hope it's good. I don't want to hate this. Like, I want it to be decent. We do need to know a little bit more about it first, though. And it's not like Lord of the Rings. Well, here's the thing, right? Lord of the Rings, with the fact that we've had such terrible IP released recently with the Rings of Power, you're either going to sink or swim at this point, right? Rings of Power has either pushed the fan base so far that they will just check out of most things Lord of the Rings, which I don't know whether that is the case. I think it's just that particular story. Or, you know, people will watch it and just go, wow, it's amazing. But they also have to stick the landing with it. It has to be a good film. Which I don't know, because people don't... The War for the Rohirrim or War of Rohirrim, what's coming out more and more surrounding that does sound a little bit worrying. Like just making up stories, making up characters and embellishing it so you can have a strong female protagonist. I mean, it's just weak sauce. You know, you don't have to do that. The stories are good enough. But I'm here for the hunt for Gollum. We'll see. When more details come out, it will be interesting. And you know what I'm really looking forward to with these films? Is just the advancements in technology. Because The Lord of the Rings still looks great today. Like, you go back and watch it, it stands up. It's fantastic. And so with the advancements in technology, I think it could be something really special. So we'll see. We will see. But then, yeah, the second about this sort of, well, we can't release anything yet. We don't have that much still to be confirmed. Blah, blah, blah. But it's all got Gandalf in it. I don't know. We'll see. We will see how that goes. Yeah, I don't really know what to say to that, to be honest. It sounds like it's going to be a Gandalf movie, which they had teased before. They had actually said, yeah, let's do a Gandalf solo movie. There was also going to do an origin movie of Aragorn as well. So I don't know. They're definitely mining the IP, which is only good if they're good films. So let's wait and see. But what do you guys think of this? The clarification, the hunt for Gollum's not going to be too... but also the fact that they're really going to just pump that cash cow out. Are you sick of this? Are you not? Do you want a palate cleanser? Again, because some people could just be like, well, no, I want a palate cleanser because Rings of Power is so bad. So I'd love a palate cleanser with something actually good for a change. Let me know all of your thoughts down below in the comment section. If you're new here, guys, please do hit subscribe and turn those bell notifications on. Again, this is an exclusive to Empire Online, so head on over there if you want, but it's not really that much information. And also support the channel further via Patreon, which is linked down below in the description box. Really good way to support the channel, and that would help out quite a lot. Cheers, guys. Take care. Bye-bye now.